Good Monday morning, Rumble Studios. Do we have any echo? Waiting for the echo. I think I got it right this time. And it's a Monday. Good morning, Rumble Studios. Good morning, Rumble Studios on this 06.02.2025. Current time is 06:12 a.m. Eastern time here in upstate New York. That's the southern tier of upstate New York where I live and reside this Monday morning, start of a new week after a freaking, I'm going to just say an effing fantastic weekend for me.
Weekend?
What's that?
We said like weekend.
Weekend, yeah, good morning.
Oh, okay.
That's the missus. Both me and the missus. Probably one of the best weekends we've had. Oh my God, I can't remember when. That's how good it was. But we are back here. Jack is here. Let's just say the kitty cats, I think they missed us for a couple days here. Yeah, but we missed them. Good morning, Tony D. Tony D is in the house. And the missus says, good morning, Tony. Salute to you coming in from, he's starting off on the YouTube. Salute to you, my brother veteran, good friend, and fellow broadcaster. Glad to have you. And he's also, he's over there on Twitch with the weather. We'll get to that. But he's also here on the Rumble. The Rumble rocks, folks. Rumble rocks. Yes, we are Rumble. We're also on Locals. We're on Rumble, Locals, YouTube, Twitch, X, and Kick for a total, and X Live. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What am I missing? Oh, wow. The Facebook didn't take. Okay. I'm just noticing that. Facebook. Good morning, Tina. Tina is in the house. Good morning, Tina. Okay, so Facebook did not take, so we need to. Yeah, I guess it did. So I have to put the hot link there. Let me put the hot link there real quick because I just got done doing. Okay, it's going hot link with. I guess I didn't click it all the way through. So we're on 6 platforms. We would be on 7. We have a network of channels that we broadcast to. And good morning, Tina. Glad to have you here. Hope you had a good weekend. But our network of channels, the Monday, Wednesday, Friday broadcasts, we're normally on 7. We're on 6 if I don't bonehead and forget about Facebook. But they got the hot link. The hot link is up there also on True Social, Getter, and the other Facebooks. And but we're on 6 platforms this morning. And normally 7. When I do game, do live streaming with the gaming, it's 3. Okay, be Twitch, Rumble, and YouTube, using Prism Live because you get the full extent of the eye candy. Now I'm seeing it. I got to check it because it's only at Twitch. Twitch is looking at broadcasters that want to do I guess the test run on 2K, 4K, or something like some K. It's higher than 1080p and stuff. I'm not going to go that route because if I can't have it across all of them, we're just going to leave it, let that go. But we are here, and I am Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich. And you know what I forgot? Let me see if I got. Let's see if we're over on X Live here just to make sure. And let's see X Live. Yeah, we're on X Live. Okay, and we got volume. Okay, we are on X Live. And we have 2 people over on X Live. Thank you very much. I forgot to put my earbuds in. So maybe I'll put them in on the break, during the break. No, actually, I can put them on right now. Let's see. Let's go ahead and do that right now. But I hope everybody has had a good weekend. I did. Oh, my God. Me and the missus, we did. Because I told you last week we were going to an undisclosed location. I could talk about in general. I won't get specific. Okay, there's my earbuds. Let's see if I get this off of the. Okay, we got audio there, so we're fully loaded now. But I could talk about in general. It started actually last Wednesday when I forgot to broadcast the Let's Talk Football. And Tony, there, you might want to check. I think you had a couple picks that they played each other. I'm not sure which one it is, but it's no matter. I had family that came in Wednesday night, so I completely blew off a second time with no rerun. But it was week 10. And it didn't really matter and stuff like that. As far as I'm concerned, UFL football is over with. They got what we're talking about it. I'm not going to be doing any more broadcasts on Let's Talk Football. If I talk about it, it'll be right here because there's not really that much that would warrant an additional broadcast and stuff like that. So I apologize as far as not being there last week, but we did have family. And you know what I say, family always comes first. Family came in, and we a bunch of family. We ended up going up, shuffling off to a undisclosed location and shuffling off to Buffalo for the weekend. We had a big family event gathering, and I'm not. Hang on for a minute. What's that?
Just tell them what it was.
Okay. My daughter got married. Okay, there it is. I said it. I got the permission from the missus, so but it's family, and I'm very protective of family, so I don't really get specific. But we are at Buffalo, and right out of the gate when we got up there, it was probably 75 to 80 family and close friends of the daughter and the new son-in-law. So, but it was up there in Buffalo, and I'm still just blown away at where we stayed at. We stayed at the Richardson Hotel, not motel, hotel, right there in down. It's right practically downtown Buffalo, and yeah, little price, but it was right near the venue, like a 5-minute drive, and it was. Oh, man, that place is. It used to be an old sanitarium back in the day, but the building, oh my God, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. If you want to Google the the Richardson Hotel, Buffalo, New York, and you'll see they got the pictures, and I can't believe the wide hallways. The only thing that sucked, for the most part, we do. By the way, we do have the morning coffee, and let's just say the morning coffee up there in the room at the Richardson sucked. They had these knockoff Kurgs that couldn't even punch a hole in the little pods. Coffee down in the breakfast area there in the morning. Of course, we had breakfast there yesterday morning when we were leaving. We did go out to breakfast. Oh, no, we left Saturday. We left Saturday and we got back Saturday, but I took yesterday off. So it was Saturday morning. We got the coffee, and we had bought some Danish the day before at the store. But Friday, the wedding was Friday at 6:00, and it was a big event of the year, and I would have to say that we went to breakfast before that Friday morning at this place called Sophia's. Holy crap, was that a good breakfast? Yeah, that was a good breakfast. But we all had a grand time, and the coffee. I'm glad to be back. This cup of coffee is great because this is the coffee we had a little pouch. The missus bought pouches. We were gonna take it, bring it up. We brought it with us, but they didn't have coffee pots. They had little Kurgs, so we just brought it home, and this is great. This is tasting freaking great. So that was my weekend. I've been offline for the last 5 days. I popped in doing the postings on Twitter yesterday, but I was going to broadcast yesterday, and I didn't. I was going to game. I think my partner Wingnut there, he was busy, so I did see him up, even though he was on earlier and stuff. I guess we missed each other, and I didn't want to text him. I figured he was busy and stuff, but we'll be gaming later today. But It was a good weekend though. Probably one of the best weekends I've had in a very long time. Everybody, the family, um, meeting new family, and it was a really good time, and a lot of great conversation as far as communicating, talking to each other, um, and it was good. No major malfunctions. There was a little one or two small issues. Um, as far as that goes. But all in all, it was great. I had a good time. Oh, and what about the food was great. There was more food than you could shake a stick, I guess, and stuff. But it was great, and so I'm very blessed and appreciative of the weekend as far as that goes. And we had left the cats, the neighbor watched them and stuff. The way spoke, I thought it was a wedding. Oh yeah, yeah. You know how I am, Tina. I get a little squirrely. I don't like talking too much about family and stuff. But it was a good weekend, so I'll share that. But I mean, I felt like I was. It was just Buffalo. There's things happening in Buffalo. Where we stayed at the Richardson Motel, we went. We had the practice dinner, or the practice was at the venue, and it's this manufacturing area that has all the old brick buildings and stuff. There's a couple the thing was up above a brewery, a microbrewery, and oh my god, the beer there is great. The microbrewery beer, it's just like drinking the local the beer that was brewed right there. I think it was an old firehouse. It looked like, but multi-story industrial area that's been revamped to complement the community and stuff like that. And just like the Richardson Hotel.
Elmo used to be.
What's that?
Elmo used to be a sane asylum.
Yeah, I know. It was a sanitarium, a sane asylum or something. But I don't look at it that, because it's a gorgeous building. That's its history and stuff. They redid it, and if you look at the place was just great. The staff was great. Location. Once you got the lay of the land and stuff, going to the venue where the wedding was at, and then right across the street from where the venue was, it was an outdoor wedding, and it rained just at the end, which was good because it complemented the ceremonies. The bride and groom had dirt from their home where they grew up, and they mixed it together. They planted the seeds, and then they did their vows and stuff, and then the rain came down. It just came down gently at first, so everybody took the rain, and we got a little wet. We dried off. We were dried off by before, and so it was great. And from what I was told, I looked pretty snazzy. My suit. I had a brand new suit. I haven't been in a suit since I was in the Air Force, for God's sake. But it was all fun, and it's one of those joyous moments as for me and the missus as parents, a benchmark for the family, and just very appreciative. And it was great. All the family was there, and it's probably one of them. It's a major event. It literally is a major event, and it's going to be remembered for a long time. It was a really good thing, and the partying was great afterwards. Was it Friday night? We just closing the joint down and stuff, and but everybody had a good time, and so we came back Saturday, and the cats. We were worried about the cats, but the distraction of once we got into the practice of the wedding, and then the breakfast on Friday morning going into the wedding, and then Saturday we waking up, oh yeah, we're gonna go see the cats. Yeah, what about that? But our neighbor, they're watching the place, and watching the cats, taking care of the cats and stuff like that. So they just came back, and they just looking at us like, oh, where have you been? No running up to us or anything like that. But I think they missed us, so we missed them. So it's the longest we've been away from the house here in a long time. And that's primarily because of the cats. So I hope everybody else had a great weekend. Tina, I hope you had a good weekend. And Tony in the chat there, thank you for being here. this morning as we get back to our regular schedule of things. Again, I want to apologize, Tony, there about last week on the. I just completely forgot about. I wasn't Wednesday night. We had family that I forgot they were coming down here to meet us. Stay overnight, and then they didn't drive with us. We just drove up after that the next morning and stuff. But they were coming down from Vermont and such. Yes, nice, relaxing. Yeah, it was a great weekend. I didn't want it to end yesterday, Tina. Yesterday, me and the missus, we got up. We were doing getting the wash. Oh my God, there was a lot of wash to be done. Oh my God, I'm doing the morning wash. I said, we went this many. Oh, I'm thinking we went through this many pairs of underwear. Oh, wait a minute, that's right, the underwear. It's like what? Usually it's one or two. It's all it's like 3 days worth. It's like and. So it was sort of anticlimactic yesterday and stuff. It was like, wow, Jesus. But it's because as soon as Wednesday night, then Thursday Wednesday night. No, did we travel up there Thursday night? Oh, Wednesday night, family came in, and then the Thursday morning we were all we had family from all over the state converging on Buffalo, and from Schenectady, from Rochester, from here, from freaking Vermont and stuff like that, and but yesterday was sort of anticlimactic and stuff. It's like, man, I missed the Richardson. That's a great place. A little high dollar, but I think for the venue that we were attending and stuff, it was. I'm glad we were there. The room was good. The coffee sucked. So, but the building was just walking this history. It's just and I love history. And granted, it was a sanitarium in back in the olden days, but that's how they made it. But it's being utilized now for a great hotel. They have a couple of bronze buffalo, big buffalo, and two baby buffaloes outside in the front of in the front courtyard there at the entrance. And I couldn't speak highly enough. I mean, that's my hotel up in Buffalo if I ever have to go there. I mean, it's screw messing around with Motel 8 stuff like that. I'll stay there. It was great. So, but we're back to the regular schedule of events and stuff like that. And again, I want to apologize for last week, but it happens. I didn't the thing is, I didn't realize I didn't do the Wednesday night broadcast until I think it was Saturday morning when we wake up going home. It's like, oh, wait a minute, didn't I supposed to have a broadcast? We'll talk about the UFL football in a football segment, but we are getting our day started. Like I said, we got a great cup of coffee. We have Tina in the chat, and Tony's there. Glad to have you here again. I hope you all had a great weekend. And I even got I said Wednesday, I got a haircut. See, the missus didn't do this. I actually went to my barber. I know we talked about my barber Wednesday, Pat there. Well, he's one of 5 barbers at the Broad Street Barber there in Waverly. So that started it off really for the weekend for me. And, after I did the Wednesday morning broadcast, I went down, no, did I have broadcast one? No, I got a Tuesday. That's right. Tuesday. But Wednesday, I talked about it. But once the broadcast is over, my weekend was started. So it's a long weekend. And I had fun. I had a ball. I can't speak enough about it, stuff like that. But we are back here now. And I had to get my computer desk set up and stuff like that because I took a couple of the things off the desk with me, which I was glad I did, especially the Surface 3, because the TV didn't work. And so I was glad I had the Surface 3 to at least, peek out into the internet of interwebs and listen to some hometown radio music there because I listened to the local radio stations here via the internet, and that was pretty cool. And I had my phone, and that was, that's all you really need when you travel and stuff. I was thinking about taking this laptop, but I'm glad I didn't. It would have been overkill as far as that goes. Let's see. We're getting the week started here, and what do we have for? Let's see. Currently, it's 46 degrees Fahrenheit. 46 degrees Fahrenheit, which equates to 7.7 degrees Celsius. So it is cool. It's been cool. From what the missus told me, she's watching the weather. It's going to get hot. It's going to get piping hot, I guess, coming up. We're getting summer temperatures coming in. So it was cool while we were up in Buffalo. It was nice. It rained a little bit there, like I said, Friday evening, just right after it started. Well, during just the end of the ceremony, but it was raining. And but like Tina stated, yes, it was a nice, relaxing, and it was just okay. We do this, and then okay, we got to do this, and then the wedding happened, and it's just like it was a great ceremony. And then we had the reception dinner, and that was a great part. Oh my god! So I met some great people. I met some really great people and stuff, and that's a good thing. But let's see the 46. It's been a little bit cool. It looks like it's cool. I see blue sky out there right now. So let's see what we're gonna have. Plentiful sunshine today. High is 73. Okay, we're getting above the 50 and 60 degree mark. So it's going to be 73 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, which is light because I think over the last couple of days it's been a little windy. It's been a little windy here in the southern tier of upstate New York. But yeah, I'm seeing sun across the board until 8 o'clock tonight. Sun rose this morning at 5:33, and it's currently 6:33. So the sun rose an hour ago here in the southern tier of upstate New York at 5:33, and it will be setting tonight at 8:36. We got 12 hours. I know that's more than 12 hours. 8:36 p.m. So we're moving closer to that 9 o'clock thing. Our world times and temperatures as I speak, starting in Honolulu, Hawaii at 12:34 a.m. Cloudy skies with a little clearing, 75 degrees Fahrenheit in Honolulu. Phoenix, Arizona at 3:34 a.m. currently. Cloudy skies, 66 degrees Fahrenheit. In Chicago, Illinois, the Windy City at 5:34 a.m. Sunny and clear in Chicago, 48 degrees Fahrenheit. In New York City, the jungle, the concrete jungle, as I call it, 6:34 a.m. in New York City, sunny and clear, 55 degrees Fahrenheit. And down in central Jersey, Tina's saying it's 50. It's going to be 50 for the low, 74 for the high. So you got about the same weather conditions as we do, Tina. So that's good. And down in central New Jersey, and sunny, 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 sunny across the board. And down there in Warner Robins, Georgia, where Tony D is at, posted over there on Twitch, 62 degrees Fahrenheit currently down there in Warner Robins, Georgia, where Tony is at. 85 for the high, 61 for the low, and it's clear skies down there in Georgia. And I've never been to Georgia. Oh no, I take that back. I've been through Georgia. I've been through Atlanta. I've been through the airport. It's usually the case. I haven't been there to visit, but I'm usually been through the airport. So thank you, Tony, for that. Going across the pond, the Atlantic Ocean, to Cork, Ireland at 11:35 a.m. Cloudy skies in Cork, 61 degrees Fahrenheit. In Milan, Italia, Mangia in Milan, Italia at 12:36 p.m. lunchtime. Cloudy skies in Milan, 79 degrees Fahrenheit. In Kuala Lumpur at 6:36 p.m. Sunny and clear, 93 degrees Fahrenheit. And that's the thing I want to see. Let's see. What's our 10-day say? And Tokyo, Japan at 7:36 p.m. Cloudy skies in Tokyo, 72 degrees Fahrenheit. And down under on the great continent and in the great country of Australia, good friends and allies to the United States, in Melbourne at 8:36 p.m. in their evening, cloudy skies with a little clearing, 57 degrees Fahrenheit. And in Sydney at 8:36 p.m. also, cloudy skies, a little clearing, also 59 degrees Fahrenheit, and those are world times and temperatures as we speak. Yeah, let's see. Tomorrow it's going to get up to 82. Wednesday, 90 degrees. We're hitting the 90-degree mark on Thursday. And let's see, I might have to do the lawns Wednesday. So I mowed some of the lawns before we left last Wednesday. So I think this Wednesday will be a good time to get the lawns mowed before we got thunderstorms Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And but 90 degrees on Wednesday. Ooh, summer is here, folks. And then we dip back down into the 70s after that for the rest of it. Okay. Those are world times and temperatures as I speak. And I think for the most part this weekend, we had some decent weather other than the rain there during the ceremony. Let's see. Our thought for the day comes from somebody that's not a stranger. We have him at least once every other week, and that's Albert Einstein. Very smart man, very intelligent man. Albert Einstein was a German-born theoretical physicist who revolutionized physics with his theory. I was looking at a couple of YouTubes yesterday, and Voyager 1, which is way, way out there. It's outside the solar system, and I mean, they're starting to pick up some things there that it's almost on the plasma matter that it's recording on with its instruments. It's still operating here after 45 years or something like that. It was only supposed to last for like a couple years. It's still ticking, and but they say that what they're seeing, or what appears to what they're seeing, doesn't align with our general physics, I guess. So it's like the hemisphere or something like that that are out there. But getting back to Albert Einstein, we should have him. If he was still here, he could explain it a little bit more. But he was a revolutionized physics with his theory of relativity and contributions to quantum mechanics. His famous equation is E equals m2 square. His quote and our thought for the day will be going as follows. Let's see, we got it right here. And that is, he goes, I never teach my pupils. I only attempt to provide the condition which they can learn. Let me read that again. From Albert Einstein, our thought and his quote and our thought for the day. I never teach my pupils. I only attempt to provide the conditions in which they can learn. And we should always be learning. We should always be learning. And what's behind that? Well, he's focusing on the creating a learning environment. That's what Albert Einstein. You got to have that learning environment that fosters independent thinking. Okay, gets the mind going. You know, somebody to teach you. You're drilling something. No, you want them to learn. So you create the condition that the person that's the student wants to learn, and they're independent and in their thinking, exploring rather than directly imparting knowledge. He believes that Albert Einstein believes that the true learning happens when individuals discover knowledge for themselves, because it's like one of those poof epiphanies. Wow, the wow moment. And it's guided by the curiosity and engagement. And I'm always curious about science, and I learned a lot. I've learned more, I think, after high school and the college. Real life learning experience is good. Tim Fanforty, yo, Tim Fanforty, coming in from Michigan, our resident contractor. Good morning, Tim. I hope you had a great weekend. And I had a fantastic weekend, buddy. I was partying and socializing and conversations. And Tina says that's true. Yes, that is true, Tina. as far as creating that learning environment and stuff like that. And I know you probably experienced that with the things you've done as far as that goes. And Tina saying good morning to Tim Fan 40 from Twitch. I'm over there on Twitch to YouTube. I got it up on the screen there for you, Tim. And let's see. So there's our thought for the day. And let's see, our National Day today. I didn't even look at it. I just brought the thing, keyed the tab, and I went to the next tab when I was setting this all up. Let's see. We have International Volkswagen Day. Now, I'm not really a fan of the Volkswagen anymore. Not a fan. You know how people aren't a fan of the Tesla? I'm that way with the Volkswagen. And I'll just leave it there. I'm just going to leave it there. I do like the VW bus, but the new Volkswagens that are out there, I like the ones that came out like in the 60s. I'm not liking the ones. The VW bus is it still catches my eye. And your dad only bought Volkswagens, yeah, but that was back in the day when they didn't have all this electronics on it, and it looks like a squash. I like the old Volkswagen. It was, they were fun to drive. I guess the ones now, I might as well drive a regular car. But that's what they are, a regular car. Let's see. We have today is National Rotisserie Chicken Day. That's a good one. Who doesn't like a rotisserie chicken? I know the missus does. She gets them at the store or. And Tina saying, yeah, way back. Yeah, that's back when I liked them. Yeah, I don't like the Volt. They're okay, I guess, but they don't turn my head. Now the Volkswagen, an old Volkswagen bus, that'll turn my head to look at. Let's see. We have National Bubba Day. Okay, yeah, if you got a Bubba out there. National Leave the Office Early Day. Okay, for you people that work in the, you got an excuse to leave the office early, as far as that goes. And the one, and I'm saving it the best for last, Tina. You're gonna like this one. No, I'm liking. I'm looking at the picture right now, and it looks great. I should put the picture up, but we're gonna go with National Rocky Road. Is that Rocky Road Cake? Oh, Rocky Road Day. National Rocky Road Day on January 2nd celebrates the combination of chocolate ice cream, marshmallows, and nuts all in one. Whether you like Rocky Road ice cream in a bowl or a cone or straight out of the container, we know this delicious food holiday is going to be a big celebration. I think I should have had some of that for the wedding. Hashtag Rocky Road Day. And Tina says yum on that as far as that goes. Tina says, I always buy those two or three at a time and freeze them. Rotisserie chickens, yeah. The missus gets them from either the grocery store, which had a fire. Our grocery store, the Price Chopper here in Owego, it had a fire. I heard it on the scanner. They had smoke and they had to evacuate. One of our the missus' sister that went up to the wedding, she was in the store. She had to evacuate. She was right there getting ready to check out. She had to evacuate. She had to leave her cart. I think that it didn't amount to anything, but she either the missus gets them at the Price Chopper or else at Walmart, and she makes a couple meals out of them and stuff like that. But today is Rocky Road Day. I guess it is ice cream. I guess it's an ice cream cake. Yeah, with the marshmallow. Yeah, it looks like it's a cake, but it's ice cream. So today is Rocky Road Day. So go get an ice cream cone scoop of Rocky Road. And Tina says, yum. Yeah, I saw that picture. So there's our, let's see. What do I got there? What is that there for? I don't think that's there for nothing. I'll just exit that one. Tomorrow is Tuesday. We will be doing, it's been 2 weeks since we did a Mixcloud broadcast. So we'll be doing Mixcloud tomorrow. That'll be posted up on my Twitter X timeline there at Fireman Rich and all the other fine social media platforms that I post on, like Truth Social, Blue Skies, Facebook, and all those other ones. But I'm primarily over on X, but I'll be posting it. I post the links to the broadcast here as well as Mixcloud that I do every 2 weeks. And then this Thursday we have we're back to doing the audio podcast. But tomorrow's a Mixcloud day. For this month, it's tomorrow, the 3rd and the 17th. And so it's every other Tuesday we do the Mixcloud, and we post up where I present 8 songs over there on the Mixcloud broadcast as far as that goes. And let's see, we do have our history. Oh, wow, we're cruising right along, right on schedule here. We do repurpose the broadcast here. I know I say this almost every broadcast, but for the folks here that are listening on the audio podcast, the audio pod over on Spotify for podcasters, at Fireman Rich on Spotify for podcasters, or just on Spotify, just search for at Fireman Rich, and you'll see where the podcast is. We repurpose it, and I want to say thank you for those that are listening to the broadcast as well as the audio podcast that we do Tuesdays and Thursdays, and they do a good job over there at Spotify as far as that goes. History, we do have 100 years ago as of last Friday, and let's go ahead and bring this up because I need to get, I'm starting to run down on my coffee. I need to get some coffee, some more of that good coffee. Let's see, let's bring this up here. Let's first get rid of the there, and we go bang. No, we don't want that. We want this. We want this one. Okay. 100 years ago. Okay, what happened to that? Huh. Browser on my oh, there it is. The Surface 3. What the hell happened there? Okay. We'll just share that. And bring it back here, and we bring it up. And there we go. And let's go ahead and listen to this. This is 100 years ago as of this past Friday, which was still in May. We are in June now, so we did start a new month. And as far as that goes, and so let's get this one started here. Oh, it started again. I had the volume off there. Let's go. There we go.
And tonight we continue our segment on sharing some of Broome County's past. A break-in at the Baker's Meat Market. Broome County historian Roger Luther has this story and more in tonight's installment of 100 Years Ago Today, brought to you by UHS.
100 years ago today, tomorrow is Memorial Day. Day to honor the silent thousands of men who gave their lives for America in war. Services will be held at the courthouse, followed by a march to the Shenango River, where flowers will be strewn on the water as an airplane flies over. Grand Parade will take place in the afternoon. 60 riders are expected to compete in the Johnson City bicycle races tomorrow morning. The races will be held on Maple Avenue. And finally, burglars broke into the Baker's Meat Market at the corner of Washington and Henry Street this morning. They got away with 23 pennies, a box of crackers, a chicken, and an alarm clock. Police believe it's the work of small boys. And that was the news, May 30th, 1925.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I tell you. Oh my God. They stole how many pennies? 23 pennies and a box of crackers and a chicken and an alarm clock. Wow, that's quite the haul there, folks. Those burglars, man. Those boys. Yep, that's for sure, Tina. Those boys, I'm telling you. Oh my Lord, what is going on there? Oh, we always get a kick out of that. It's just like, that was probably high stakes back then, as far as, box of crackers, that was probably, it cost a lot, I guess. And a chicken, we were just talking about a roasted chicken, chicken rotisserie. But 23 pennies. what was 23 pennies worth back in 19? Let's see, 23 cents value. Oh, let's see, it's with a V, value in 1925. That was $3.85. That's what 23 cents was worth today. $3.83. That was still a lot of money back then. Oh, that's unreal. That is something. That is something. I tell you. What can I say? It's and the thing is, they're back to Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So we'll be having tonight's on Wednesdays and stuff like that. So they are. I guess Roger Luther is back from whatever vacation and stuff like that he's at, as far as that goes. Let's see. And Tina likes that. Good. Yeah, I do too. I like having him. I like having him on the broadcast as far as that goes. It's let's see. Let's put this back here to this. I do enjoy having him and stuff. He really highlights the broadcast and as far as that goes too. So in other history, 58 years ago today, the Beatles released Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Heart Club Band. What an album that was when it came out. This is back in 1967. I really got familiar with it that was one of the first albums I bought when I went into the service. I heard the songs and stuff like that, and the new stereo system I had when I first got over to Italy. I had a 1080, a Pioneer 1080 receiver with some Sansui speakers that just with a Pioneer turntable and tape deck, and man, I was just cranking the tunes. 58 years ago, it was released here in America, widely regarded one of the greatest albums of all time, and I would have to definitely agree with that. In the next 4 decades, it sold more than 32 million copies worldwide, making it one of the best-selling LPs in history. So, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Heart Clubs, as far as that goes. The Beatles, they still reign. Let's see. I keep on forgetting this is a touchscreen. So, it was back in 1800. First smallpox vaccinations in North America were administered in Newfoundland. That was up there in Canada. And Charles Rolls, co-founder of Rolls-Royce back in 1910, became the first man to make a nonstop double crossing of the English Channel by plane. Okay. And 1979, Pope John Paul II. He was my favorite pope. I haven't really heard. I like what I see with the newest pope that we have, but Pope John Paul II. He returned to his native Poland. I was overseas when that happened back in 1979. I was over in Italy, my first assignment, and the first pontiff to visit a communist country, and was cheered by millions as he fell on his knees at the airport and kissed the ground of his homeland of Poland. John Paul II. God bless him and Godspeed. Oh, also Albert Einstein. I forgot to say that. Yeah, I always say that afterwards. In 1989, the Dead Poets Society premiered starring Robin Williams. That was a good movie. That was a classic. Very deep one for Robin Williams, about an elite conservative Vermont boarding school. Conservative Vermont boarding school. Yeah, Vermont is a conservative state. Vermont is like New York State. They're more Democrat than anything. Well, look who their senator is, Bernie Sanders. Okay, moving on. And was cheered by millions as he felt on his. Oh no, that was we're in the Dead Poets Society here, not the Pope here. But Robin Williams starred in it about an elite conservative Vermont boarding school and an English teacher who inspires his students through his lessons of poetry. He was creating the learning environment that we were talking about. That's just a coincidence right there, folks. The thought for the day corresponds with something here in history. And that was a great movie for Robin Williams. I did like that movie. He got the students to think on their own instead of just being lemons. And let's see, on the AP side of history, we had was on this day back when? Let's see, when was this? It was back June 2nd, 1953. Queen Elizabeth II was crowned. God bless her and Godspeed to her. Was crowned at age 27 at a ceremony in London's Westminster Abbey, 16 months after the death of her father, King George the Sixth. God bless him. Also, 1886, 49-year-old President Grover Cleveland became the first president to get married in the White House. Wedding. He was 49, but his bride was 21-year-old Frances Folsom. So they were doing. So Bill Belichick, he's not the only one that. There's talk that they're going to get married to his young girlfriend there and stuff. That's. I don't know. Don't want to get into that drama. Let's see. 1924, Congress passed and President Calvin Coolidge signed the Indian Citizen Act, a measure guaranteed full American citizenship for all Native Americans born within the U.S. territories. That's an automatic. I mean, there's some stuff that we did back then. It's just like it should have been an automatic. I mean, it just that. Anyway, let's see. 1941, baseball's Iron Horse, Lou Gehrig. He passed away down in New York City of degenerative disease, and also known as ALS or Lou Gehrig's disease. My father had that also, but he passed away primarily because of respiratory. But he did have the early stages of Lou Gehrig's disease, but Lou Gehrig was 37 years old when he passed away. Great ball player. Great pride of the Yankees, he was. 1966, U.S. space probe Surveyor 1 landed on the moon and began transmitting detailed photographs of the lunar surface. And space, the final frontier. And that's what we have for history, folks. Let's see. It's only 15 minutes. We're going to get through the sports here, too, because NBA action is whittling down. The New York Knicks are no more. Did see the game. I did see that they did lose, though. They lost, and it's going to be the Pacers and Thunder. I think our good friend Captain Rehab, he said that's what the final was going to be, so he was correct in that. Captain Rehab knows sports. He does know sports. Let's see. Tina says backing up. Oh, I took care of a woman with that. Oh, with the ALS. Yeah. Let's see. The Knicks lost on their last. They lost to the Pacers. What the hell? Why is it? This isn't working here. Where's the cursor? Let me bring this back up here. Yeah, the Thunder won 3-1 and on their series, and the Knicks couldn't take it to a game 7. They let's see, where is it here? Okay, yeah, the Knicks they lost it 4-2. Pacers won 125-108. That was Saturday. So the start of the NBA Finals will be Thursday night at 8:30. That's the 5th. Pacers will be in Oklahoma playing the Thunder for a 7-game series. I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to say I'm going to pick the Pacers. I like to see the Pacers win it. I like the East Coast. I like the Eastern Conference. So that should be a good series. And the Thunder, there's supposed to be some real ball players there, some basketball players. In Major League Baseball, I'm just going to go back to the beginning of the weekend because I know the Yankees were playing the Dodgers. Let's see. Yankees and Mets, how did they fare this weekend? Let's see, starting Friday night. get to the scores here. Where are the scores at? Okay, there they are. Okay, Tina, we'll see you later. Yeah, he's probably getting ready to come on. Probably, let's see, do I have him up here? I'm refreshing, and yep, he's on. See you later, Tina. Have a good day. Thanks for being here. Let's see, the Yankees and Mets. How did they fare this weekend? Let's see. I'm getting this lined up, folks. Here, just bear with me a little bit. Starting on Friday. Yeah, that's Saturday. We want Friday. Okay, there we go. There's the cursor. Okay, on Friday, the Mets, they beat the Rockies. Okay, and the Yankees, they lost to the Dodgers. Okay. And then Saturday, let's see, that's Saturday. The Mets beat the Rockies. That's 2 games. That's and the Yankees, they lost 18-2. Oh my God, they got their butts handed to them. So that's 2 losses. So what did they do Sunday? They come back at least win 1 game, the Yankees? Let's see. Sunday, yes, they did 7-3, about time. So, but this Dodgers won the series though, 18-2. How do you get? That's a. Now let's see. What did the Mets do Saturday? Did they? Or Sunday, I should say. Sunday. They won, so they swept. They won 3 games. So the Mets did better than the Yankees this weekend. Okay, UFL football. Like I said, I have no idea what happened on this last week, the 10th week. It was week 8. It was already determined who was going to the playoffs. So, but this weekend, starting Friday night, the UFL was playing their last week 10 gameplay, and it's been an okay series, I guess. What the hell is that? Need the ESPN scoreboard there, guys. Refresh this, I guess. ESPN. Be quicker, I do it this way on the main box. ESPN. Okay, there it is. No problem, Tina. We'll see you later. Have a good one. Say hi to Hal. And you can hear the washer going. Okay, so last Friday, the Battlehawks, they beat the DC Defenders 13-8. And then the Saturday game was between the Houston Roughnecks and the Michigan Panthers. Roughnecks won. Okay, so I would have lost that. I picked the Roughnecks, I guess. And then Sunday games, there was the Arlington Renegades against San Antonio. Renegades won 23-6, but I think they missed out on the playoffs. And the Birmingham Stallions literally crushed the Memphis Showboats 46-9. Stallions just romped on their ass. So where does that sit as far as in the playoffs? Well, the season ends with 2 teams from each conference going, the top 2 teams. So in the USFL conference of the UFL, that's you have Birmingham Stallions and the Michigan Panthers. Birmingham finishes 7-3. Michigan finished 6-4. Those are the top dogs there. Houston came in 5-5. They were short. And Showboats, they won 2 games and lost 8. In the XFL conference, you had St. Louis Blues. They won 8 games, so they're topping they won the division. And the DC Defenders, who were primarily in that division throughout the season, they came in second. So St. Louis had 8-2. DC Defenders was 6-4. And Arlington Renegades and San Antonio, they're out of it as far as 5-5 for Arlington and 1-9. So that's who's going to be playing. Captain Rehab's in the house. How you doing, Captain?
Morning, Captain.
Mrs. says good morning. And St. Richard. And, well, if you were here at the beginning of the show, which I'm not going to go explaining it because I explained where I was at undisclosed. That Wednesday night, where the heck were you on Friday? Friday? What do you mean Friday? I was at an undisclosed location on Friday there, dude. I was partying Friday night. I was up in Buffalo. I talked about it. I'm not going to rehash it and stuff like that. But Wednesday night, I know I said I was going to broadcast Wednesday night, Captain Rehab. I apologize. But the thing is, I didn't get any picks from you. At least Tony said some picks, but 2 of them were wrong because they played each other. I didn't see anything in the whisper from on X. So, but it's you won. I'm just going to say that you ended up winning. You were ahead by 2.2. I'll have to look at what were your picks. Give me your picks. What would have been your picks? And be honest, okay? I know you can be honest, dude, okay? All kidding aside. What were your picks? Give me your picks just so and then Wednesday I'll update the chart. But be fair, okay? Because I went Michigan lost and I think they tanked. They should have won on the Saturday game. Who did Michigan? They lost to, I think, Houston, and they should have won it. But Tony, the first game, he picked St. Louis and D.C., and that was the first game. And then for the fourth game, he picked Birmingham and Memphis for his picks. They play each other. So he won on Memphis, he won on St. Louis. So that until he tells me what his other 2 ones, if you're still there, Tony. Yeah, the Panthers lost to the Roughnecks 19-12. So I would have lost that. So I would have gone 1. Let's see. Yeah, I went, let's see. I lost to Michigan. Arlington. Did Arlington win? Okay, what do you have here? You had St. Louis. Okay, everybody got St. Louis. Okay, you would have picked that. I know you would have picked that. Michigan? Okay, we all lost on Michigan. And Arlington and Birmingham. Okay, we all had the same picks. So by that you won. You won by default. Because Roughnecks beat Michigan. I don't know how that happened. And then Renegades, they're going to win. It's obvious they're going to beat the Brahmas, even they're in San Antonio. Stallions, Birmingham Stallions, 46-9. So our win-loss, I'm going to unofficially say it's you, Captain Rehab. Wednesday, though, I had family come in Wednesday, and I completely forgot about the broadcast because we were all shuffling off to Buffalo for the long weekend. And, man, I had a great time. I hadn't had a weekend in that. It's one of those weekends you remember. I'm sure you've had those weekends where you had a great time, and it was great. So, but I'm not going to be broadcasting anymore on Let's Talk Football. I'll be talking about UFL football here on the Morning Coffee because it's June 8th through the 12th. That's when the semifinals are, and it'll be on ABC. June 8th, it'll be the Panthers and Stallions. And then after that, it's the DC Defenders, a rematch of this past game, the DC Defenders in St. Louis against the Battlehawks. I'm picking the Battlehawks. Okay, I know broadcasting is more important than family, Rich. You know, but yeah, okay, I know you're kidding there. I know you're kidding. I know. I'm laughing too. Yeah, okay. Yuck, 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 yuck. I've been off for 5 days. I wanted to broadcast yesterday, but it was so anticlimactic from the weekend I had up in Buffalo. I just sat here and watched YouTubes all day. and stuff. I didn't. But we're all done, and for the most part, sports is going to be primarily what basketball's almost. So, well, you picked it, Thunder and Pacers. Pacers took care of the Knicks, so we'll see if you come through. I'm picking the Pacers. I know you're going to pick the Thunder, so it should be a good series. Thunder might take the Thunder out of the Pacers, though, as far as that goes. So it should be a good final. I plan on watching some. And oh, you're picking the Pacers? Oh, you are? Oh, okay. Okay, so we're both on board with the Pacers. Pacers look good, man. They look good. Pacers in 7, he says. I think they can repeat what they did with the Knicks. I'm surprised what they did to the Knicks. I am utterly surprised because they beat my Celtics. So Pacers, they're on fire right now. So we'll see what happens with that as far as that goes. So, let's see. And with that, that's I think that's sports, right? Because Manchester City Football Club, they're not playing. They finished 3rd in the Premier League. And they'll be here this summer before they start playing on the Championship League for the championship in the Premier League. What's this on Facebook? Oh, Hal Moss is up. Okay. I get a notification about Hal being on. Okay. Yeah, Manchester finished 3rd, and that's a good thing. That is a good thing as far as that goes. All right, folks, I'm going to take a break. I know you're just getting here, Captain Rehab, but you can hang out, and then we'll go over the news. So, let me see. So Birmingham, they won. Did Arlington win? Yeah, I said Arlington won, didn't I? Let me check here real quick. I'm just checking. I can't remember if Arlington won or not. Yeah, they did. So, both you, Captain Rehab, Tony, and myself, we all went 3-1. So you were in first place anyway. So you won overall. I'm going to call it official. So you did pretty good. You had a couple good weeks there on the picks. But Tony, I think, Tony won this last time, I think, for the NFL. But so we'll see what happens here. All right, folks, I'm going to go ahead and take a break because it's been an hour. I got to get some coffee here. I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. I think I'm doing a pretty good job right now, I think, right?
Oh, yeah.
The missus.
Remember, it's Monday, though.
It's Monday, so we're just going to go cruising over. We might be just doing it like 30 minutes because Monday, we all know what that is. I got to get out of the way of the missus because she's cleaning the house and stuff. We did a lot of laundry between yesterday and today, huh?
I did 1 load yesterday, and I'm doing 1 today. Well, you did 2 loads yesterday.
Well, we had 2 loads, yeah. Well, just saying, we had a lot of...
Oh, yeah, well, you know.
You know when you're traveling, when you see a lot of underwear in the wash. No, it was a good trip there up Buffalo way. So as far as that goes, so we're going to go ahead and like I said, we're going to go ahead and take a little break here and refresh my coffee because I have no more coffee. What's that coffee? This is the coffee that we're going to bring to the hotel.
No, it's not.
Oh, wasn't?
That was yesterday. We used that yesterday.
Oh, we used it yesterday.
Bourbon brown sugar, I think.
Yeah.
It was.
Coffee is freaking great. This isn't the same coffee.
No, bourbon pecan.
Bourbon
pecan. No, this is Javalia.
Oh, okay. It tastes just as good as yesterday's.
Yeah, it's a good coffee.
It's good coffee. Great coffee. All right, folks. We'll be right back and just hang loose there. And once I get my coffee, we'll continue. And we're back. We're back here for the second part of the Monday Morning Coffee 06.02.2025 at Rumble Video Broadcast. Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich here on the Rumble Studios, broadcasting out into Rumble, Locals, YouTube, Twitch, X Live, Link, Kick. I forgot to check Kick here. Let's check Kick. I'm sorry, Kick, if somebody's on there. Let's see if somebody's there. Kick. What do we got here? We are live on Kick. And we got 2 viewers on Kick. Thank you, viewers on Kick. Appreciate it. Sorry. Do I have them up here? Let's see. Let's go ahead and bring this up here on Kick. Let's see. So I got it here. Yeah, Kick, but no Facebook. For some reason it didn't go. I guess I misclicked it. It didn't go through. So we got the hot link on the Facebook, and let's see. Let's go to Creators Dashboard, and we got 2 people over there on Kick. So thank you very much for the folks that are 2 people on Kick. On X Live, we have. It looks like we have. 3 people on X Live, and Facebook we don't have because I screwed it up as far as that goes. And then we have 3 people on Rumble, 1 person on Local. Thank you very much. Tim Fanny was on YouTube, 3 people on Twitch. So thank you for your viewership here on Rumble Studios, a network of channels that you can watch. As far as we don't have a network of show. Well, we got this show, and then we got the gaming, so it's almost more than another network. I'm gonna go. It's just from a delusional old man. I go wandering off and stuff like that in my thoughts here. But no, it's really cool that I'm able to broadcast on a group of channels, and I do appreciate the viewership as far as that goes. It's fun to do. And yes, we do need a coffee campaign, but we have to get the viewership up, Captain Rehab. I have to, like right now, total I only have 7. I have to get a campaign. You're talking about the read campaigns. For me to get a read campaign, and they don't even have one in there for me. That I can't even look. I can't even browse. So the green light did not come on. The last time I saw one was when we did the space launch of the Starship 9 test flight space launch last week, and could have done 2, but I wasn't going to break into doing a read at broadcast. That was more important to but I miss doing the coffee campaigns because I can ad lib. They allow you to ad lib a little bit, and Captain Rehab says, my goodness. And we have Liberty 101. Good morning. Good morning, Liberty. How you doing? How come the U.S. flags didn't go? They didn't come up. What's with that? Let me check that out here. What's going on there? What is going on? There is no flags. Let me check the flags. Let me do a test of the flags here. Where's the flags here? Let me check this out. Oh, wow. There's something wrong with the icons. They're not coming up. They're not coming up. Something going on with the icons there, huh? Yeah, something's going on with the icons. They're not coming up there, Liberty. Rumbles needs to take care of that. But Liberty says good morning.
Morning, Liberty.
The missus says good morning back at you. Yeah, I just did the icons in chat. They don't work. Those are the icons. They're not working in the chat. So something's broken on the Rumble. So, and I was just testing mine. They don't work just like yours. So, Captain Rehab, did you see what the lead singer of Imagine Dragons did at his concert? No. Who did the Imagine Dragons? Let me go ahead and I've listened to. I know who they are. Let's see. Let's see what's in the news. Let's see. What did Imagine Dragons do? Let's see. Okay, we're not going to discuss that, Captain Rehab. Okay, that's a cold. We're not talking about that. Okay, it's overseas. It's over there. So I'm going to leave that there. Okay, I don't. I just read it. Not even going to entertain it. Okay, so dead issue. Okay, because I think you know me long enough to know where I stand on that, as far as that goes. So. Josh Allen got married yesterday. All the sports. I saw him and his. I thought he was already married. I saw him in the news here, so he did finally get married. Okay, all right. And Liberty, where are you from? You're from you're from Buffalo, Niagara, right? Just asking to remind myself. I think you're from Buffalo, Niagara area, right? And do you know Buffalo? Yes, okay. I was up in your neck of the woods this past weekend. That was my undisclosed location, just to let you know, because you're up there. I stayed at the Richardson Hotel Friday going into Saturday. Or no, we got there Thursday night. No, Friday. We got up there on a Friday, and
We got up there Thursday.
oh, Thursday. Okay, I got to get this right. We got up there Thursday, and we stayed up there until Saturday. We stayed at the Richardson Motel right there in downtown Buffalo. And we had a grand time. Oh my God, it was great. It was good. I don't know if you know where that's at. Yeah, you have to if you're from that area. So the sanitarium. I love the building though. The building is great. I talked about it at the beginning of the show, but you're just coming in now, and I know you're from that area, so you know what I'm talking about there, as far as that goes. So. But Josh Allen got married. God bless it. Good for him and his new wife and stuff like that. Hopefully that'll make him a stronger quarterback for the Buffalo Bills. Glad to hear it. Did you stop for? No, they well, it was for my daughter's. My daughter got married up there in Buffalo. Okay, and so we had. There's a place called Coles, the bar called Coles, Coles. It's next to some other bar that everybody knows. Everybody else was eating wings. I don't eat wings. I don't like wings. What was I eating? Oh, I was having the pizza. The pizza was good. I like the pizza. And thank you very much. It's we all had a great time. It was probably one of the best weekends I had in my life as far as that goes. It's just a combination of a lot of family and good friends, and it was great. It was a great time, and my hat's off to the people. The only thing at I said in the beginning here, the Richardson Motel, is that their coffee in the room sucked. The coffee that was down in the breakfast area by the lobby, that was halfway decent, but their coffee sucked. But the rest of the place was spectacular. I think it was great. And Captain Rehab says, "I like my pizza." Yeah, I love pizza. As a matter of fact, that's what we had for dinner last night was pizza. Oh. But I hope you had a good weekend, Liberty, up there in the Niagara, Buffalo area and stuff. A great place. Buffalo is a really happening town and stuff. I like it a lot. After this weekend, that's got to be my favorite upstate city now. Who wants to mess with Syracuse? Who wants to mess with Albany? Rochester? Yeah, I don't know. Rochester, I don't know. Okay, it could be a rough town. as far as that goes. What's that? Hightail? Oh, Wagon Jack. Okay. Wagon Jack. Where'd he go? Oh, he's at the other window. He's out there looking at the cat TV and stuff like that. And be shut in, I think, for the next couple of days. Wildfire smoke heading to. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, it's supposed to get hot this Wednesday, I guess. We got 90-degree weather. It was pleasant weather when we were up there this weekend. So, I mean, we got a little rain at the end of the ceremony. It was an outdoor ceremony, but it didn't really disturb. It did dent any spirits at all. And then coming home yesterday, it was a little, or Saturday. No, Sunday. No, Saturday. We came home Saturday. I was screwed up my days and stuff like that. But I had a long weekend starting Wednesday night going into Saturday and stuff like that. So we had a good time as far as that goes and stuff. So, yeah, if you got a lot of wildland smoke, you want to stay and, you don't want to inhale all that crap. Let's see. Let's go ahead and see what's on the news here. Starting over at Fox 40. See what we got there. Oh, let's see. Expansion to training. No, we're not going to do that. Shenango Valley School. And let's see. Captain Rehab says, oh, no, I didn't want that. Let's see. Captain Rehab goes, Mrs., I can send you where to upload the videos of Rich dancing from the past weekend. No, those are all private. Sorry, Captain Rehab. You're not going to, no. That's the one thing I'm sorry. I'm not going to be showing any pictures. No. I know you're just kidding. You're laughing and stuff. It's a good time. I did do the father of the bride dance, and from what it went very well as far as that goes. No, it's not coming up, Liberty. There's something wrong with Rumble's emojis. They're not working. So they're I don't know what they're doing there and stuff like that. Hokey pokey. Yeah, it's probably some hokey pokey. Okay, let's see what we got for. Yeah, that's the first time they. That would indicate something's going on with Rumble Studios, as far as that goes. Because, like I said, I tried a number of them and they didn't work. So, what's Trump floss? Okay, let's see. We have.
And good news for you, donut
Okay, let's see.
lovers. The site.
Trump floss. Yeah, I don't know what that one is. I don't know. They have a whole bunch of on Rumble Studios and stuff like that. Yeah, that's Rumble Studios back there on the Roku. Actually, that's not the Roku. I hooked up my my Chromebit computer. That's a little dongle that I stuck in there. That I got the extra keyboard here for it, stuff like that. So I just brought that up on the Rumble. As far as that goes. Okay, let's see. What we got something here. Let me bring this up here. We got this is about the cider mill. You know how I love about the cider mill? We already know the doors are open up early, so let's go ahead and listen to this one. And let me turn off the banner here real quick, and we'll see what this one's all about. Here, there's a young lady. I can't remember her name for the life of me now, but here we go.
And good news for you donut lovers. The cider mill in the village of Endicott has officially opened 2 months earlier than normal. The location on Anacoke Avenue normally opens in August, just in time for apple season. The change comes after they were bought by the Burke family earlier this year. With new additions like Hershey's ice cream, gifts, and food available for purchase around the store. All products from previous years remain, with cider scheduled to return around Labor Day. The cider mill will be open from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily until the end of December.
We're opening earlier. We're going to stay open later. We are not taking away from anything that the cider mill had before. We're just adding more things. We've added ice cream, and we've added a bunch of other gifts, and stuff like that, food. So basically, it's not taken away. It's just giving more here, giving you guys more things to shop for, and more opportunities to come in. Cider season has always been August, so this was something new. I had no idea what to expect at all, and it's been great. The response has been great. There's been a lot of people in, a lot of regulars, so I'm excited.
So there's the cider mill. It's opening early, and the only thing that's going to be missing is there's not going to be any cider, but there'll be plenty of donuts. They make some good donuts. I like their old-fashioned donuts. It's good with a cup of coffee. So that's in Endicott, New York. It's a great place. They have a lot of other things and stuff like that, and it'll be fun to check that out this summer. Well, now actually, I think when we're up in that area, me and the missus have to make a stop there. The Trump floss is the Trump dancing side to side. Okay, I know what that one is. Okay, thanks, Liberty. Let's see, apple dumplings with vanilla ice cream. Yep, yeah, they got the ice cream there. You saw that, huh? They got a lot of things going there. But the one thing, the press is, when you first go in, you go by and you see all these, the windows there, you can look into the processing where they make the cider and stuff, and you see the process, and the press it's pretty interesting to see. But the store is great. As soon as you walk into the place, you smell the donuts, and it's like they're freshly made right there on the premises, and they taste freaking great. There was a project manager when I worked at the day job, that he would collect the day-old donuts and bring them into work, and they were just as good. Oh my God, they were good. Who needs Dunkin' Donuts when you got a place that makes these Dunkin' Donut places? They're made at a undisclosed location and stuff like that, and they're not even really a true Dunkin' Donut in my opinion and stuff. Let's see what else we got here on Fox 40. I think that's the only good. Article I see. So let's go into WEBO as far as that goes. And I'm not seeing anything on WEBO. How about WNBF? This happened yesterday. Okay, this is on WNBF. So let's go ahead and do with this one. I talked at the beginning of the show. One of the missus's sisters that went up to Buffalo with us went shopping here in Owego. Okay, and this is where we go shopping at. And let's see. Let me get this here set up. And what had happened, and I heard this on the scanner yesterday when I was sitting here getting my day started, that they had reported smoke in the Price Chopper in Owego, New York. And that's Campbell's ladder truck, because Owego's ladder truck is out of service right now. And let's see what happened. This happened yesterday. And what it was is dozens of shoppers were ordered to leave a Price Chopper supermarket in Tioga County, which would be the one in Owego, after light haze and smoke spread through the store. The Owego Fire Department was sent to the Price Chopper on 42nd West Main Street in the village. It was just before noontime. People in the store reported a disturbing odor of what seemed to be something electrical. Okay, that means there was an electrical fire. There was an electrical fire that happened, and I was thinking when I heard it come in that it might be they have a full kitchen that you can get rotisserie chicken, because today is rotisserie chicken. I wonder if they're going to have the rotisserie chicken working there at Price Chopper. There's the Owego engine 804. And where am I at here? Where am I at? What's happening here? Let me see something. What's going on? Okay, it's right there. Okay. Let's see. I was ready to blame those damn Canadian the wildland fires. They happen. Liberty, that's a seasonal thing. It's just that the winds are blown unusually to where it's blown the smoke down here and stuff like that. But this particular, it wasn't really a fire. Where there's smoke, there's fire, you would say. But I thought it was a grease fire or something like that. But this is the first time I'm hearing that there was a smell of electrical. So that right there is a tall tale. They had an electrical issue, probably a ballast maybe on a light. Store employees quickly moved to evacuate those who were in the building in the shopping plaza across to the street to the Tioga Fairgrounds there at Marvin Park. Some people had select merchandises, were able to pay for their items before leaving the store. A few who had just arrived were advised to leave the supermarket until firefighters could determine the source of the smoke, as far as that goes. And let's see, let me click this one back down here. And Owego Fire Chief Eric Hawkins said the problem was traced to a freezer unit that had malfunctioned. Okay, there we go. He said a breaker was used to shut off the power unit. So they had to shut off the power. The fire chief told that the Campville Fire Department assisted in the scene by deploying firefighters to the roof from the ladder to check the roof. As the situation was being assessed, they were able to rule out any problem with the store's heating and ventilation. Firefighters were on scene for more than an hour. No injuries were reported. A Price Chopper employee said the store reopened for business after the fire units had left. So that was the excitement in Binghamton yesterday, as far as that goes. And you had the local Owego Police Department there as well. And we thank WNBF. Full disclosure, Fox 40 News, WNBF, and all the other state news channels that we are checking out this morning. I have no association with them, folks. I have no association whatsoever. You think they're still burning? I don't think so. They have them every year. They have a large timber area up there. Just the winds are blowing more southerly than they are than years past. And electrical fires, you use foam to put. Not necessarily. No, you use CO2. You don't use foam. You use a dry powder, and it has to be. Electrical fires are a Class C fire. A is paper, B is fuel, C. So you don't really use foam. You're going to use dry chem, and it smothers. The first thing you should do in any electrical fire, though, Liberty, de-energize the piece of equipment. Okay, before you even get close to it. You don't put on firefighting agent until that electrical has been de-energized. It doesn't. You don't want to get close because you could be, anything electrical. You want to make sure it's back until, that's the standard practice. You don't go in there, even if there's somebody that needs to be, because you could become part of the incident. So, as far as electrical, there we go. Now, as far as foam, if it's a transformer fire, I've been on some transformer fires when I was out at McConnell. They had these big transformers. There's fuel oil, or there's like a castor oil inside these big transformers. You would use a foam to smother it. But a regular electrical fire inside the house, if there's an electrical fire in a house, they always get the electric company to de-energize it and the firefighters they got to be careful so they don't get shocked or anything like that. So let's see. You would use a what? C extinguisher. Yeah, a Class C extinguisher. If there's electrical fire, you would use. Well, it's a dry chem. Okay, it's the same. It's almost the same as a B. It's called dry chemical. It's a powdery like substance. Okay. Yeah, there's always the class of what the fire. Water is. You don't put water on electrical because they're only good for Class A fires. And Class D fires is metal fires. Those are the classes of fires. That's from Basic Firefighting 101. And yeah, thanks for the info. Yeah, you want to get if for electrical fires, you want to use a dry specific. They've got extinguisher. If you get an ABC, cover the board. But in an ABC, it's primarily a dry chemical powdery like substance, and the CO2 that's in there that pushes the firefighting agent. They push it out. Foam is usually mostly in the AFFF foam that's used for aircraft firefighting and fuel fires, large fuel fires, as far as that goes. Okay, let's see what else we got here. That was on WNBF. So let's see what else we got there. That's pretty good. They had an article right off the bat, stuff like that. So. Okay, let's see. WBNG, Channel 12 News. What do we got over there? Got a fire in Cortland. What's that about? Let's see what this one's about. We got another fire up in Cortland. No, we're not going to do that one. It just says local news. Let's see. No. But let's see. The City of Cortland Fire Department shared that during the early hours on Sunday, crews were dispatched to a structural fire on Riverview Ave in the city, 6th Ward. This is up in Cortland. Investigation. Okay. No injuries. Okay, no problem. Stated. The release does not state how firefighter was injured, but shared that there were no injuries among the residents. So firefighter got hurt in the fire. So probably tripped over something. Okay, let's see. What else do we got here? Okay, a lot of people don't realize, and this is something that's unique to this area, that you know Twilight Zone, right? Twilight Zone, the show back in the 60s there, the black and white with Rod Sterling. Well, Rod Sterling Day here in Binghamton he used to be a Binghamton resident. He went to high school here in Binghamton. He was raised here in the southern tier of upstate New York. And but he moved to Binghamton from Syracuse when he was 2 years old, and Richard is dating himself. No, where'd that come from? I'm dating myself. Where the hell is that coming from, Captain Rehab? My good. Oh, I'm age dating. Okay, I'm age dating myself. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I make no bones. I'm 67, folks. I may not look it, but I'm 67. I'm age dating. I remember Rod Sterling back in the 60s when I was a kid. I grew up in the 60s. So they have this every year. Let's go ahead and see what this is about. They talk more about it, but they have a new statue for Rod Sterling here. Over in Broome County, the next county over. So let's go ahead and see what this one. Yeah, I thought that's what I thought, Captain Rehab. I said, what the frick? You got to say age dating. I don't date myself. Okay, let's get to the article here. Hey.
Students from Binghamton City Schools took a trip to honor a late pioneer of television that called Binghamton home. 12 News' Brian Melanson takes us on a trip to the Twilight Zone.
Imagine, if you will, a man who changed the future of television so drastically that his accomplishments are still celebrated decades later. Welcome to Rod Serling Day. The late Rod Serling won 6 Emmys as the creator, host, and narrator of the hit 1960s show The Twilight Zone. The science fiction drama tackled issues such as race, gender, religion, and other problems faced during the mid-20th century. On Friday, his daughter spoke to Binghamton School District students on the importance of the show.
He would just be so touched that students are still learning about these important messages. And he would be so impressed by these magnificent teachers as well, who are so committed and dedicated and lovely, really.
He grew up in Binghamton and drew inspiration from the surrounding area, even recording a portion of one episode, The Walking Distance, at Recreation Park.
My dad loved Binghamton, as is evident in a few of the Twilight Zones, Rec Park and the merry-go-round. So to know all these places still exist for new generations, it tickled my dad, I think.
Members from the Rod Serling Memorial Foundation echoed the show's importance, not only in the 50s, but today as well.
Well, Rod Serling believed that his work should address current events. So he was always wanting to entertain people, but he always believed that his work needed to do more than that.
The Rod Serling statue in Recreation Park serves as a permanent testament to Serling and the Twilight Zone's long-lasting impact on Binghamton and beyond. Brian Melanson, 12.
Okay, Rod Serling Day, and you can see that Recreation Park in Binghamton, New York. It has one of 6 carousels. The greater Binghamton area, Binghamton, Johnson City, Endicott, Endwell. That's the carousel capital of the world. And we have first time chatter. Lone Cal something. Hey, bro. Okay, I don't usually use the word bro, but how you doing? Good morning and welcome, first time chatter. And so Rod Serling, you visit the statue and you can go on the merry-go-round for free. So, but that's a big event. That's a big event, and they take great pride in the Binghamton. That's the hometown. Well, he was born up in Syracuse, but he grew up in Binghamton, New York. He went to Binghamton High, as far as that goes, and the like there. Yeah, our first time chatter's only been on Twitch here a couple of days, so we'll see how that goes. Oh. What's that? Low Alexandria. Alexander? Oh, we'll just call you Low. Loan. Loan. Thank you for being here, and welcome to the broadcast. We're just going over our current events down here in the southern tier of upstate New York, where I'm from. So glad to have you here. Let's see. That was on WBNG. Let's see, and let's see what else we have on WBNG here. But that's the main one. Let's see, New York. There's not much more on there. So let's go to the Whale. The Whale had the same article about the ShopRite or the Price Chopper. Let's see, Channel 34. Anything? Binghamton firefighters rescue a dog from the river. Let's see. Is there a video on that? We have video, folks. Let's check this one out here. Binghamton firefighters rescue a dog from the river, from River Island. Let's see what they have to say about this one.
A golden retriever is safe at home with her family after being rescued from an island in the Susquehanna River. Members of the Binghamton Fire Department gave Winnie a boat ride to shore yesterday afternoon. On Wednesday morning at about 11:30, a member of the Hatala family was preparing to take the 3-year-old English cream golden retriever for a walk when the dog spotted some Canadian geese and chased after them, crossing their invisible fence. The Hatalas launched a full-scale search near their home on Binghamton's west side and received reports that Winnie was spotted swimming in the river. After the dog spent Wednesday night on an island in the river, a Binghamton police drone was able to locate Winnie, and firefighters launched their rescue craft. Winnie and the Hatala family were overjoyed by the reunion, with Winnie wagging her tail before curling up for a long nap. The Hatalas say they plan to take Winnie to visit the fire station with a thank you gift in the near.
So the firefighters got it done that day. They're using drone technology to find lost people. That's great, and that's a good story right there. As far as Winnie, swam across the Susquehanna River is really not that deep, and it's not really running that rapidly now. So it was chasing the geese and got stuck over there on the island. As far as that goes, Susquehanna's right. I mean, where I'm pointing due north, it's about a 2-minute walk across Interstate 86 here. As far as that goes, Susquehanna is a quiet lady that can be very angry when we had the floods years back. So there's a good story right there. Rescue dog, as far as that goes. Let's see, what else do we got here on Channel 34, My Hometown News. Let's see. And they got the international news. We're not going there. Let's see. WENY, that's out in Elmira. What do we have out in Elmira? Anything going out? And here's a good story. This is a good story right here. This is, I think we talked about these people. You got these blank concrete walls that are just blank and bleak. And so let me see if I get this set up here. What do we got? But in this case, we have local artist gathers to create the Wall of Elmira Tales for the 3rd annual fest. Okay, so they're making an event of it as far as that goes. And let's see what this one's about.
One big wall in Elmira came alive with color and creativity at the 3rd annual Mural Fest. WENY's Alicia Solorzano joins us to talk about the messages that artists chose to convey in their newest pieces. Alicia.
Marcy, Elmira Infinite Canvas's Mural Fest is more than just an art event. It's a celebration of history and community. The program is funded through Community Arts of Elmira, and this year, artists were tasked with creating a wall of Elmira tales. Each muralist created a piece that reflects what they feel is important about Elmira's history. Paint and ideas were flowing at the Lackawanna Rail Trail Wall in Elmira for the 3rd annual Mural Fest.
The muralists today are telling stories from their point of view. And the more that our community sees those stories, as well as hears those stories, and knows that they are part of those stories, continues to help us all grow together as a community.
Several local artists made their marks to transform the city and showcase Elmira tales. Each mural provided a glimpse into what the creators feel represents the culture of the city.
So what I'm doing is a rendition of Michelangelo's creation of Adam. If you don't know, you can Google it. It's a very famous painting. So what I'm doing is my version of that painting, and it's basically going to symbolize unity in a community. It's going to symbolize us coming from a place of oppression and working with other people to overcome.
Some artists explored history and heavier topics, while others chose to celebrate different elements of their community. Artist Philomena Jack chose to celebrate adopted pets, making space for everyone.
So I teach a lot of kids and adults as well, but I teach a lot of kids, and often they feel like their artwork isn't as good as other artwork. And I want to show them that making cute, big art is just as valid as making realism.
And for the Kane family, this year's project was both historical and personal. Travis Kane got to spend time with his sons, Liam and Antonio, while they worked on his piece that pays homage to Elmira's indigenous roots.
I hope they can see it and want to find out more about what the symbology is and look into it. And I just thought it would be nice to kind of represent a different angle of this region's history rather than the angles of history that have been told a lot already.
While the murals took shape in real time, the stories they will tell will stay on the wall for years to come.
I want people to take away that anyone can be involved and included in a project like this.
From first-timers to seasoned painters, some artists say Mural Fest isn't just about making walls look beautiful. It's about making the community visible. If you'd like to take a look at the work on the wall that the artist made this afternoon, it's located along the Lackawanna Rail Trail wall at the corner of Lake Street and Washington Avenue in Elmira. Marcy.
So there we have it, the Mural Fest in Elmira, New York, which is about 30-minute drive to the west here of where I'm at. So it looks like a good cause here to brighten up the area with some good art and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm getting ready. We're gonna have to wrap this up. Let me see what else we got here real quick, just to finish up here, folks. Because I'm surprised. I guess we're up to 2 hours, right? We're coming up, an hour and 52 minutes. So let me see what else we have. Anything else on WENY? And I am not seeing anything. And let's see, My Twin Tiers, Channel 18. Oh, they have something on the mural, but it's about the same thing. So, and we go Penny Saver. Got that. WKGB. KISS. They're talking about the fire at the Price Chopper there in Owego, here in Owego. And let's see, nothing up 106.5. It's official. Josh, just like Liberty said, Josh Allen is yesterday will be a day Buffalo quarterbacks will never be a day that Buffalo quarterback Josh Allen will forget. Yeah, after a spectacular May 31st is when he got married. So that was the other Saturday. NFL's newest power couple, quarterback Josh Allen and Haley Steinfeld, tied the knot in stunning Santa Barbara ceremony. Quarterback Allen entered his 8th NFL season. In March, he signed a contract extending worth $330 million, making him among the league's highest paid. And we give congratulations to Josh and his new bride. Everybody's getting married this weekend. Okay, let's see. What else we got? Let's see. That was the other one. Let's see. Power 93.7. Not really seeing anything. It's something like, what's this? Massive Carnival coming in July to Western New York. What's that about? Queen of Heaven Carnival returns to Western New York. Okay. I never heard of that one. And let's see. And that's about it, folks, as far as what I have to cover real briefly. I didn't think we were going to go. I thought we were going to just go an hour and a half as far as that goes. So let me clear this out. Clear my queue out. And we're going to get our day started here. And I got to stay out of the way of the missus this morning while she does her cleaning and stuff. Every Monday, that's a primary job since I've been retired. Mondays, stay clear, and she has her system and stuff like that, and I don't mess with her system, believe me. But we are at the end of our broadcast here for this Monday, June 2nd. We're in a new month now. Where did May go? Where the hell did May go? It just zipped by, folks. It just cruised right by. So not sure what's going on there. But we're going to go ahead and end the broadcast here. And I want to say thank you to coming into the broadcast. We had Tony D right out of the gate there. Thank you, Tony. salute to you, my brother veteran, my good friend and fellow broadcaster. Thank you very much. We had Tina from New Jersey, Central New Jersey here. Thank you very much, Tina, for being here. And Tim Fanforti coming in from Michigan, our resident contractor out there in Michigan, Southern Michigan, I guess it's stuff. And Captain Rehab coming in from the city of brotherly love. Great having you here, Cap. Thank you very much coming in. He is our winner. We came to the conclusion that he did win. Let's Talk Football wins, losses, overwhelming. We'll have an updated chart probably Wednesday, if I don't forget, right? I guess we're all done with UFL. Let's Talk Football as far as that goes. So any more talk about the playoffs and stuff I'll be doing here on the morning coffee. And so we'll do that. I want to say thank you to Liberty, L Liberty 101 from the Niagara, Buffalo area. Great to be up in your neck of the woods over the weekend there, Liberty. Thank you very much. Great place at Richardson Hotel. My God, that's a nice spread. Nice spread there. And we had first-time chatter. I know we had first-time chatter in here. Where's that? Lone. First-time chatter Lone coming in from Twitch there. Who's only been on Twitch since, I think, May 31st. So it's probably somebody that just has they don't want to use their regular channel and stuff. So, but we appreciate you being here. And also those people that were sitting in the background, thank you very much for being here. Greatly appreciate it as far as that goes. It does mean a lot to me. And the people that are listening, or the people that watch on the replay, thank you very much if you made it this far. And also those that are listening on the audio pod, we repurpose the audio over there on Spotify for creators to be distributed out on Spotify and all those other fine audio podcasting platforms. So thank you very much. And I'm Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich here on Rumble Studios. And you can follow me over at Fireman Rich on X, where that is my mainstay of where I post at. I'm on a host of others. You can check out the links and stuff like that. For all intents and purpose, if you want to know what I'm doing, just check out X over on X at Fireman Rich, and that's where I'm at. So with that, you all have a great Monday as we start a new week, working towards the weekend, and we'll see you Wednesday. Okay, so you all have a great one. Live life, have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace. Take care, folks. See you later, Cap. See you later, Liberty. Have a good day, folks.